Hey, today I'll be doing a little comparison to see whether there is a cheaper dupe of a MAC Studio Finish Concealer. So if you want to see if it is a dupe, then just keep watching. So I was actually looking on Instagram and I saw this concealer and I thought, oh wow, that looks quite similar to the MAC Studio Finish Concealer that I used to have like years ago when I used to buy MAC a lot, but you know, now I'm like vegan and I really do care about where my products come from. I don't want to necessarily put products that have been tested by animals or tested on animals, tested by animals, you know, tested on animals on my face. And makeup and MAC still, all these years later, still like sell in China, so we still have to comply to their rules and test on animals, which I obviously just do not agree with at all whatsoever. But I saw this and I was like, this looks really cool, and it was like half the price. I think the Studio Finish Concealer is... Right, the Studio Finish Concealer is £16.50. I think when I used to buy it, like years ago, it was like £14 or something. But yeah, £16.50 and you get 7 grams of product, which is quite a lot, so it will last you a long time. And the concealer that I saw is the Body Shop Matte Clay Full Coverage Concealer, and you get 1.5 grams for £7. So when you work it out, like double the price, £14, you'll be getting 3 grams of concealer. So you're getting so much more concealer in the MAC one. Obviously, like, that's without fault. But Body Shop usually and quite regularly does 40% off. So I actually got this for about £4. But even then still, when you times up by 4... yeah, you're still getting more in matte concealer, because even at £4, you'd still get 6 grams for £16, whereas you're still getting 7 grams for £16 for the matte concealer. So it still works out cheaper to get the matte concealer, but I'd rather take something that's cruelty free over something that's not cruelty free at the end of the day. Anyways, I got the shade. I used to be the shade NC50 in MAC, and I feel like that wasn't really my shade. I was probably like an NC48 or something, or NC47, but they never had like an in-between shade between 45 and 50. So I just went with what I thought was best at the time. I'll do some swatches. That is NC50. And for like under eye highlight, or just in general, I think I'd like NC47. And for under eye highlight, it'd be probably an NC45 or maybe 44. And this is the matte clay concealer in the shade 55, and it's in the shade 55 Malucan Nutmeg. So the difference in colour is quite apparent. This is probably more my shade for under eye highlight, but I think we can work with it. Makeup, I think you can work with it even if things aren't in your shade. So yeah, I'll read you the claims quickly. The MAC Studio Finish, I'm looking up here because I'm actually looking up on my computer here, but basically the MAC concealer has an SPF of 35, which the other one doesn't, and it's apparently lightweight, offers opaque coverage, covers imperfections, and yeah, it's apparently got vitamin A and vitamin E in it as well, but it's meant to be quite a thick, opaque, full coverage concealer. And the Body Shop one claims to be full coverage matte finish. Oh, it's pretty much the same as the MAC Studio Finish Concealer, but it doesn't have SPF in it and is ideal for any skin type, which is quite a bold claim, and claims to be breathable for 24 hours as well. So those are the two. They're both quite creamy. I'd say the Body Shop one is appearing more clear at the moment. But yeah, let's just see how I get on with them. Right, so all I have on my face is just primer, foundation, and eyebrow gel. So I'm going to use... I will use the MAC Studio Finish on this side, which is my right or your left, and I'll use the Body Shop Matte Clay Foundation on my left side or your right. Is that right? Oh, let me just reversed. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to use a foundation brush because my nails are too long to actually fit into the pots. And even though I've had this for years and the lid is missing, like, it still really does work. Okay, I think I used a bit too much. Oopsie. I'll just blend it out somehow. But you know what, I did love MAC, even at the time when there were no undertones for my skin tone, like MAC really did come through, so I can't bash them completely. But they sold testament animals, so I'll never buy from them again. Okay, even though it's obviously a bit too dark, I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but it is a bit too dark, and even so, the coverage is still nice, and if I use a powder, like a baking powder that's quite light, I think it will balance it out anyway, so I think I'll be fine, but the coverage is like fantastic. Body Shop concealer on my other side. Right, so even though this side is lighter and better for my under eye, the coverage it's there, but it's nowhere near as thick as to the MAC Studio Finish concealer. Yeah, I'd say the MAC one is really thick for coverage, like it would cover any scars you have. Like this looks flawless despite in the mirror it looks like quite red, but this one, it's brightened it, but I still think you can see like the darkness under my eyes, and I don't even think my dark circles are that bad. Like they're bad, but they're not like terrible. But yeah, it's not as thick as the other one. You'd think matte clay, like the fact that it's got a matte clay concealer, you'd think it'd be quite really thick, but that's just not the case. But the real test is when I bake with it underneath my eyes, will it crease? How will it hold up? Will it look good or whatever? And that's what I'll do now. With my sponge, is slightly damp, and just blend it out a bit more, because that's what I'd usually do anyway. Baking powder mix. Because the baking powder, it's a mix of like 2 different powders, because it is quite yellow but not too yellow, it's more translucent yellow, it doesn't leave a really weird cast, but it still brightens up the eye, underneath the eye anyway. If you want a video on how I do my little mix, then let me know in the comments. But yeah, I really like the mix. It looks good and natural for every day as well. What do you think? That's the MAC side, that's the Body Shop side. Doing weird faces. What do you think? I'm looking in my other mirror and the MAC just looks absolutely flawless. Like, it literally looks like I have no bags underneath this eye, and this one looks more flawless. Sorry, this one looks more flawless, like I have no bags under my eyes, but then this one looks a bit more creasy. Or like emphasises my bags. Well, I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup and then I will come back on my final thoughts. I've done my makeup now, and like they're both creasing, and that's just because I have really creasy under eyes. Like, I might be in my early 20s, but look, I'm thinking of getting Botox already because my eyes are just a joke. But the Body Shop one is creasing so much more. Like, it's not drastic, but it's creasing so much more, and I've just put it on and just set it. I personally probably think these aren't probably meant for like under eyes, but the coverage in general, the MAC is a lot better. If you are looking for a cheaper everyday concealer that you just want to cover like maybe minimal scarring, or you just want to carry in your bag, or just for touch-ups, then I'd definitely say that the Body Shop one is better, especially if you don't want to pay double the price, even though you get more product in the MAC one. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought, like, as when I saw it in the shop, I was like, this looks exactly like the Studio Finish concealer, and I wanted to do a comparison video. But yeah, I don't know if that helped anyone or anything, but yeah, if you want a drugstore cheaper and cruelty free and vegan concealer, then give it a try. But just be aware that it's not like totally full coverage, and it's probably meant for people with like maybe on like acne scars that aren't as deep or dark as mine, or like under eye circles that aren't as bad as mine. And yeah, probably best applied like on top of foundation to cover scars. But yeah, that is my little like comparison slash review and demo of the two concealers. So yeah, that is it for the video. If you got this far, thank you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.